Hey guys, and Amy here. Now before this video begins, I just want to give a quick update and tell you something about the video that, just to avoid confusion. So first things first, instead of me uploading videos just on Saturday, now I'll be uploading videos on Wednesday and Saturday. And the reason for this is because there's content that I want to create. There's ideas for videos I have that I want to create, but I have limited time. So hopefully by uploading 2 videos a week, it will allow me to put more content out there and allow me to have more ideas for more videos for the very few people that actually watch me. It's just helped me get more content out there. And sorry, this will be the first video to be uploaded on a Wednesday intentionally. I did upload a video off schedule a while back just because the Wi-Fi was out for a day. But now I'm going to be uploading videos on Wednesday intentionally and then on Saturday later on. Another thing about this video is that we're done with the little update, but now we're getting to the video. Besides this right here, this really has nothing to do with what I'm talking about in the video, but you can see my face here. You won't for the rest of the video, and the reason why is because when I started working on the video, I did have my face in it, but I just felt it just didn't work with the way that I was with how I was talking about the subject, and you probably couldn't have guessed this, but I'm a bad actor. You never knew that, did you? So most of the time I was just with a blank face. It didn't look really good, and I thought it just didn't work with what I was talking about, so I decided to do audio instead. This isn't me changing the way I present my videos. I'll still try to do audio and video combined, but if I can't, then I might just stick to audio. I hope I don't have to. I want you guys to see my face, my terrible, ugly face. So, with that said, this is the video that I promised for a while now. Not really, but I said it was possible that would come out. I'm ruining this. A few weeks ago, I made a list of what I personally thought were the top 5 worst Doctor Who stories ever made. At number 1 on that list was Asylum of the Daleks. While talking about why I didn't like Asylum of the Daleks, I said I would possibly make a video explaining why Amy Rory's divorce doesn't work on that episode. Well, here we are. Today, I'm going to be talking about why Amy and Rory's divorce doesn't work. I'll be giving multiple reasons on why the subplot doesn't work. Starting off with, it comes out of nowhere. Before Asylum of the Daleks, the episode we last saw Amy and Rory in was The Doctor, the Widow, and the Wardrobe. In that episode, they were going to sit down with the Doctor and have Christmas dinner. But then, all of a sudden, here, they're in a divorce. I know that fans of this episode are going to say, but Pod Life explains everything. Pod Life explains Amy and Rory got divorced. No, it doesn't. Pod Life does not explain anything about the divorce. The episode Asylum of the Daleks gives explanations to the divorce. Let me show the fans of this episode something. Pod Life is a 5-part mini-serial that you can find online. Every part is about a minute or less, and 4 out of 5 parts have nothing to do with the divorce. Parts 1 through 4 are about Amy and Rory's life without the Doctor, them going through their marriage and their normal everyday lives, and part 5 has something to do with the divorce. And is there a scene or a line of dialogue that tells us why Amy and Rory became divorced? Does it fit with the rest of Pod Life? No, it doesn't. So fans of this episode, you can like the episode. I'm fine with that. You can even think that Amy and Rory's divorce does work. But don't use Pod Life as a defense, because it has just been proven wrong by me. The second reason why this divorce doesn't work is because the reason behind it is just stupid. Apparently, in the episode A Good Man Goes to War, not only did the Silents kidnap Amy's baby to raise her to kill the Doctor and replace the same baby with a doppelganger, but they also did something to Amy, and now she can't have any kids. Please excuse me while I bang my head on the table in disbelief. This is crap. There is nothing in the episodes coming after The Good Man Goes to War before Asylum of the Daleks that actually confirms that Amy can't give birth to children after what happened to her at Demon's Run. Nothing in Let's Kill Hitler, Night Terrors, The God Complex, Closing Time, The Wedding of River Song, The Doctor, The Widow, and The Wardrobe, not even Pawn Life confirms that any of this is true. Now, there have been some fans who argued against this by saying, "Oh, the only reason why it wasn't brought up is because it's not important in those stories." Or, "This is the story where Amy found out that she couldn't give birth to any more children." No! Bull crap! When you have an idea like this for a TV show, it can't just come out of nowhere. It has to be led into. Here, that's not what happens. There are no scenes of exposition, no lines of dialogue in the episodes I have listed that prove that the fact that Amy can't have any more children is true. Nothing. Also, if this is the episode where Amy is supposed to find out about it, then why did she get into the divorce with Rory? The episode says she left him because she couldn't give birth to any children. But this is the episode where she found out, which takes place 7 months after the divorce. So, that means she has a completely different reason for breaking up with Rory, which is never explained. No, that is one of the lamest reasoning from fans of this episode I have ever heard. Another thing, Stephen Moffat, fans of this episode, you realize that Amy and Rory already have a child, River Song, right? You also realize that in the episode Let's Kill Hitler, there is not only a line of dialogue that shows us that Amy and Rory were okay with losing River as their child, but when the episode started, we saw Amy and Rory growing up with Mel's, who we would later discover was an earlier form of River Song, and practically taking care of her as if she was their child. A popular criticism used against the episode is that just because Amy and Rory can't have a child biologically, it doesn't mean they can't go out and adopt a child as long as they're breathing. But for some reason the fans of this episode and Stephen Moffat seem to think that. Okay. And finally, the last reason why the subplot doesn't work, it's never mentioned again in any of the following episodes. For the rest of Season 7 Part 1, Amy and Rory's divorce is never brought up again. Even worse, it's arguable that it kind of hurt the rest of the episodes in some sort of way. Not to mention, Amy and Rory get back together at the end of the episode simply because the plot demanded it. And people defend this subplot because... So, fans of Asylum of the Daleks, tell me this. If this divorce subplot is as more helpful than you led me on to believe, then why is it never brought up again? Why is it never addressed? Not once. Can you think of anything? This is actually a question. I want to see you come up with something. I want to see you give a reason to why it was never brought up again. Ever, okay? And it has to work within the continuity of Doctor Who. Don't say something like, "Oh, because none of the writers knew there was going to be a divorce subplot." No, that is not the answer I want. I want something within the universe of Doctor Who, within the canon of the show, not something behind the scenes. If you can think of one, good for you. but I doubt you'll be able to. So, to cap it all off, Amy and Rory's divorce doesn't work because it comes out of nowhere. The reason behind the divorce is forced and stupid, and it's never brought up again. So, here's something to not only Stephen Moffat, but for future writers for TV or movie or anything that has to do with media. When you are going to bring out a plot point like this, you need to acknowledge it existed ahead of time. You can't just bring it out of the blue, make it completely forced and stupid for the sake of conflict, and you can't be sure that it never gets addressed again. You need to work your way into this. You need to make sure there's a reason why something like this is happening, and you have to acknowledge that it happened when it's over. If you want more reasons on why the Amy and Rory divorce subplot doesn't work, or reasons on why I hate Asylum of the Daleks in general, then check out Mr. TARDIS's review of the episode. I'll be leaving a link in the description to the video. That is all I have to say for now. Come by next time. Can't wait to see you there.